Your Tennessee Vols are moving on to the Sweet 16. Tennessee steps up. It was a game in Tennessee fashion that got a little more comfortable than I feel like it should have. But who cares? We're moving on to the Sweet 16 against Iowa State. Let's go on it. Fired up. Frank the Tank Rock is in the house. Hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe tonight. This team, again, I thought if they got through the first round, they were good on this. And what more can you say, man? They got the job done tonight. It got a little more comfortable than I felt it should have been. But a win is a win is a win. That's all that matters at this point. This team's moving on to the Sweet 16 against Iowa State. I wanted a piece of Kentucky. Again, not going to lie on that one, but because we should have never lost to Kentucky either time. But that's neither here nor there on it. Again, I felt like this team's ceiling was either you go out early or they're going to make a run on it. Well, they're on a run now. And Iowa State with this team is very beatable. And I'm that's nothing against Iowa State. They're very good on it. Hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe. We're moving on to the Sweet 16. Let's freaking go on this one. Got a lot of comments to hit here. We're about 50 here now. We'll go for a bit on this. Man, what can you say? It was like, I felt like Virginia got back at. Virginia hit some crazy shots tonight. they really did. I don't know, man. I'm ecstatic right now over this team, what they did. And, there's some things that get frustrating at times, but here we are. We don't need to take this era for granted with Rick Barnes. I was talking with a buddy of mine I was hanging out, was not familiar with Tennessee, and I was like, we were trash, basically, at one point. And we lucked into Rick Barnes and what he's done. And I know we get frustrated with Rick Barnes at times, but, man, we got to be careful what we wish for. If, maybe we want a more offensive coach or whatever, but that comes with risks. And I don't think we want Rick Barnes to go in. I would like Rick Barnes to evolve a little more offensively, but he's not. But I don't want Rick Barnes to go anywhere anytime soon either. I want all the things to line up. Who knows? Maybe this year is a 6 seed. I like our chances to get to the Elite 8. I really do on this. We were a 6 seed under Bruce, beat Ohio State, got to the Elite 8. Could have easily won that game against Michigan State, but we didn't. But got a lot of comments here. We got 62 in here. Hopefully we'll amp this channel back up here soon. I appreciate all of you that stuck with me. It's been a crazy year on here. Neither here nor there on it. Papa J says, finish. We did it. We did it. Mallory's good, but, man, he throws up some junk that goes in. How many times did Virginia what was it, 77-72, and they threw it in. The guy was wide open. I was like, oh, my goodness. And it was an awful shot. We had some pretty bad shots at points, too, tonight. I'm going to hit all the member channels How about a foul of the rebound? Woot. Different team. These past 2 games. Let's go. Yeah. I'll be honest. I thought that when we got into the tournament and we were playing the play-in, I thought SMU was a much worse matchup for us than Miami of Ohio. I think I'm not saying SMU would have beat us, but I thought they were a worse matchup than Miami of Ohio was. I said it from the get-go. I was like, I feel like if we get through round 1, we're going to roll on this. I don't know that we get to a Final Four, but I think we got at least one more win in us. I like it along the way. Just fired up, man. Just fired up tonight. Pretty awesome to see it. Taylor Meade said, yes, sir. Flexing the arms. Let's go. I don't have much to flex, or I would flex for you right now. Member of the channel, Douglas Graham, says, GBO. Let's freaking go. We did. We had some crucial mistakes towards the end, but still got the job done. I mean, there was a point where Virginia, how many possessions did they go where they just drove down the lane and scored? I don't know if I would say uncontested, but still, yeah, there was like 3 or 4 possessions in a row on that. They hit the 3 to go up 71-70. But I like this team's answer because, yeah, Virginia did punch back. Virginia did punch back. And, but this team, they went back down. They got things done on the night. And we'll hit all these comments. We'll get to the stuff after that. David Fisher, another member of the channel, says clutch free throws at the end. They made me nervous around the 1 minute mark. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. No doubt about it. Jacoby Gillespie, can't say enough about him. And I know at times he makes mistakes. I know he does. But Jacoby Gillespie rules. He is where would we be without him this year? He's been, and I know a lot of the focus is on Nate Ament and stuff, but Jacoby Gillespie is the man. He's I really wish they would pass this rule. And I've not heard anything about it in a long time where they would get a 5th year. I would love to have him back one more year. He's been awesome this year. Picking him up, Nate Ament had a good night. But let's face it, guys. Nate Ament gets a lot of the attention, deservedly so. Jacoby Gillespie is where this team really rolls. That he is the guy that drives this team. And that's not for me to take away from Ament, but Gillespie, he's awesome. I would love to have him back another year. Rocky Tomperani, what's up, dude? Says Vols beating 2 30-win teams to advance to the Sweet 16. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome, man. We can sit here and analyze it, take it away, talk about it all we want. Were there mistakes tonight? Yes. Here's the bottom line. Here's all that matters in this time of the year. You survive and you advance. This team did it. They were freaking better than Virginia from the get-go. Did it get closer than it should have? Yes. I don't care. I don't care. They're moving on. That's freaking awesome. Kevin Collins, what's up, man? Says, let's go. Papa J says, wish it would have been against Kentucky. I do too. I wish we could have gotten Kentucky one more time, but here's the bottom line. And this is all that matters. We're moving on. Kentucky is going to be watching the Sweet 16, the same place we are, at the freaking house. They'll be on their couches or whatever. So let's go. JL member channel says, go Big Orange. Yeah, proud of this team, man. Big time win. Got to appreciate Coach Barnes. Yep, for sure. And I know it gets frustrating at times. It does. There's times like, what are we doing here? But here we are again. We should not take this era for granted. And again, I talked about it earlier. Talked with a buddy of mine, not real. He doesn't know Tennessee sports a lot. And I was like, yeah, Rick Barnes, this era can get frustrating, but 2 Elite Eights in a row. We're going to another Sweet 16. I think there's a good chance we're going to Elite Eight again. Maybe we see Michigan, maybe we don't. But I don't know. We've all said it all year. If this team shows up, they can beat anybody. It is pretty freaking awesome on here. JL member channel again says, yes, it would have been sweet to beat Kentucky. Man, I would have liked to have gotten them again. But the bottom, totally agree with that. But the bottom line for me is we're moving on. Kentucky is heading back to Lexington. Get them out of here. And that's all that matters, how deep you go in the tournament. I wish we could have gotten them again. We should have beaten them twice, but it's a moot point along the way. Ament looked good. Yep, he did some good things. There were some things tonight that were a little interesting, but I'm going to hit the stats here in a minute. Heck yeah, Sweet 16, baby. Gillespie is the man. He really is. We're back to the Sweet 16. You don't take these for granted. I mean, I'm sure most of you guys who are here in the comments are like, most of you have followed Tennessee basketball for years. It was not always a given to get to the Sweet 16. With Barnes, especially the last few years, yeah, we're getting there. And we had the year where there was that Purdue. I gotta control my comments a little bit, or I'll get called out for it. The Purdue crap from, what was it, 2019, where Carson Edwards flopped, and it cost us the Sweet 16, cost us playing Virginia that year, which I thought we had a real good chance at. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. You never take for granted getting to the Sweet 16. I don't. And yeah, there's times through the regular season where I would like to see the offense be better, but here we are. We're rolling on with it as well. Hitting the comments down the line here. Jacoby was definitely clutch down the line. You can't say much more about what he's done this year. Again, there's those times you're like, what is going on? He does make some. He is more of a. He and Zakai Ziegler are, I feel like, polar opposites. And he's more of a scorer. He's going to do his damage scoring. Zakai could dribble around guys all day long. The free throw, the turnovers are a little bit of an annoyance, but that's kind of where we go with things with it along the way. Yeah, free throws were definitely huge down the stretch. Gillespie stepped up, man. He stepped up and hit them. Looking at the lines, I'll hit more comments here in a minute. Let me share my screen here. Let's look at some stats. Here we go. So for Tennessee, Ament, 29 minutes, 16 points, 7 of 8 free throws, 4 boards, 2 turnovers. Good night for him. Felix Okpara, 7 points, 8 rebounds. He did a lot, 4 blocks. Some of those blocks were big. Some of the blocks, we had 6 on the night. Ament swatted the crap out of a dude early in the first half. Estrella, 10 points. I feel like he had more. His baskets tonight, it felt like all of them were big on that 10 points. Gillespie, 21. Boswell, let's don't mistake what Bishop Boswell did tonight. 13 points, 4 3-pointers, 4 of 9, 3 boards, 9 assists, not one single turnover. Bishop Boswell, we don't win this game without him tonight. I know Gillespie was big with free throws. Bishop Boswell was awesome tonight. You got Dwayne Brown, 6 minutes, no point. Jalen Carey. I know some of you have said Carey needs to transfer. I'm a Carey fan. I'm a Jalen Carey fan. I really hope he comes back next year. I like what he adds. I feel like it doesn't always hit with what I expect, but I like Jalen Carey. I like what he brings. He brings just an attitude to this team. He's different, man. He's different for me from other guys. He gets fired up. He does his thing on it. Berg, 6 minutes, no points. Henderson, I don't even know what Henderson is logged on there. Amari Evans, 14 minutes, 2 points on the night. I mean, you held Tennessee or Virginia, DeRidder, 22. You look at that. Mallory, 10. White, 10. Good night. A good night. We're moving on to the Sweet 16. And this was one for me that I felt like we were just better than them from the get-go. I'm going to hit these super chats. I'll get into it here as well. Out of the Woods for $5, man. I really appreciate your generosity. We could have easily won that by 20, if not for some careless passes. I felt the same. I don't know about 20, but I felt like it could have been really comfortable. And Chatsworth for $5 says celebration money. Let's freaking go. Thank you to you guys for your super chats, your generosity. I cannot stress it enough how much I appreciate it along the way here. Let me get to where I was on the chats here. We got 79 in here. Good crowd. I mean, especially when I've not been as on it here lately. But I'm not going to apologize. I'm kind of living my life. But I love this channel. I love doing it. Let's see. Yeah, we're moving on. Kentucky's going home here. How sweet it is. Sweet 16. 4 Sweet 16s in a row. Is it 4? I'm trying to think on this. We got 2 Sweet 16, Elite 8. I'm not up to date on it. Cool deal if it is. I mean, we've never done that, but I Bleed Orange says, what if this is the year, Frank? Stranger things have happened. No doubt about it. JL says Iowa State has one of their best players injured too. There we go. There we go. Yep, Chad Morris is on. Dude, Carey played great. Good job, team. Great big win. Yep. I like Jalen Carey. I hope he comes back next year. He's got another year eligibility. If you bring back next year with Estrella, Cade Phillips, Dwayne Brown, Jalen Carey, I feel like you need to add maybe another shot blocker because they don't have that in recruiting. But Carey knows the expectation. The fact that they're playing him so much at times, I think he's back. I don't know. What's he going to do better? I mean, I don't know. I like Carey. I hope he's back. I totally do. Lloyd Morris says that like Pat said, offense sells tickets, defense wins games. I like Barnes. Yeah, let's go. Maybe we just need to sit back and let Coach Barnes cook. The chef needs to cook. Sometimes you've got to get out of the kitchen. You got to get out the way and let the chef cook. I totally agree. We a lot of us, and I'm not saying JL, myself and others, we overanalyze it. We're like, what is going on here? But a win is a win is a win. The style of ball only matters when it matters. And here we are. We're Sweet 16 bound. I think we got a real chance to go to the Elite 8. I really do on this. I love it. Most are counting us out against Iowa State. Count us out. I stick by what I said. We won the first one. That was the big one. I felt like it was either one or we make a run on this one. I think we've got at least another win in us. I really do. Yeah, Nate gets another week off right now. Where are we playing at? We're in the Midwest bracket. Let me look at it. I don't know why the heck I don't know where we're playing at, but I'm not real up to date on it. Let's see here. Oh, Florida's coming back on Iowa. Somebody put it in the chat. Here's what Iowa was up around 10. We were definitely in the Midwest region. Be crazy if we got Bama again in the Elite 8, which is not out of the realm of possibility. Here we go. I'm going down the line here. Chicago. We're going to the home of CM Punk and Michael Jordan, the United Center next week. Let's go. On it. So we got Iowa State in the United Center on it. I like it. Let's do it. JG has gotten a lot better as season's closing. He's carrying us. We're going as Jacoby Gillespie goes right now. There's no doubt about it to me. Yeah, Mason Guest, member of the channel, says a win is a win is a win is a win. Yep. Without the SEC is performing, just proves the hypothesis that these teams just beat the crap out of each other in conference play. Iron sharpens iron. Totally agree, man. Tim Bradley, member of the channel, what's up, dude? Says survive and advance this point. Totally agree. Brad A, member of the channel, says Boswell's huge. Yeah, he really was. And there's times he doesn't score. People are like, why is he in? Because tonight. I mean, there's times I'll be like, we need more out of him. But he's played really well this year. Good stat right here from Einlander. I hope I pronounced that right. Virginia only had one loss when they had 10 or more threes. They've got 2 losses now. Let's freaking go on it. I like it. Yep, JL member of the channel, Boswell, huge points was huge. If you can't tell, I was doing my thing during this game. Yeah, man, this is a good point right here. Not even a given to get to the tournament. How many years did were we watching along the way? I mean, especially when I grew up, it was kind of crazy. You would see Tennessee in the tournament. It's like, this is cool. And then it became a norm. And it was not always a norm. I totally agree on that. Nate won't be back on it. I don't know where he gets drafted, but maybe another year could benefit him. I don't disagree on that, but he's not coming back on that. Yeah, if you're in here, just hit the thumbs up. Just hit it. It works out on it. I've got those 2 or 3 that always like to hit the thumbs down. So hit that thumbs up to counteract it here as well. Trying to get down the line here. That was pretty awesome, JL, when A-Man swatted the crap out of that dude and got fired up on it. That was pretty awesome. I totally agree on that. Got a big go Vols. Absolutely. Barry says playing as a team. Also like this side. I do too. I liked it from the get-go. I said it from the get-go that I was like, I would rather be a 6 than a 4 or 5. Just because that gives us more leeway to make a run. Here we are on it. Dave, member of the channel, what's up, dude? Says, thanks, Frank, for all you do for us Vol fans. Thank you, guys. If it wasn't for you all, I wouldn't do this thing. So I really appreciate all of you along the way. Brad A., member of the channel, says, I think they said UVA had won all 6 games. They trailed at the half. Well, here we are. 6 out of 7 for the year, and the 6 out of 7 for the year. And the one that matters, UVA is going to the house. Tennessee's moving on. Appreciate you. We're all here, brother. Appreciate all of you. I like our chances against Iowa State. I'm glad Nate gets some rest and more rehabbing this week. Yeah, totally agree on that one. All right, let's hit some stats here. On the night, I think that's it right here. There we go. On the night for this team, A-Man 16 points, 4 boards, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block. I've already hit the stats. I'm tripping right now. But again, we look at it. Para 7 and 8. Estrella 10 and 5. Gillespie 10. 3 of 5 from 3-point. 6 of 6 from the free throw line. This team shot 76% on the night. They out rebounded Virginia, and they out free throw shot Virginia. Virginia was only 55% tonight. So that's a big difference in the game when you look to it. Steals were pretty even. Turnovers, Tennessee was pretty good in the first half. A little more careless in the second half, but only 10-7 on that one. Assists 20-12. That's big. That shows you a lot there as well. 3 points. Tennessee was 42%, 8 out of 19. Virginia, 34%. Field goals. We just beat their ass. I'm going to be honest. We beat their ass in every aspect of the game tonight. We can sit here and say, yeah, it was closer than expected, but here we are. Josh Meyer, you might be on to something, bud. You might be on to something. Here, Frank has enjoyed the game tonight. That's the Frank the Tank. That's when the live streams go the best. Here, that's where we're at. I like our chances against Iowa State, though. But, yeah, we're moving on. We're doing our thing. It is what it is on this. We'll preview Iowa State later in the week. I've not been on my previews as much recently. I've just not been into it. But we got to get that out. We got to look at it. We got to look at what Iowa State's done in their first 2 rounds. What did Iowa State do against Kentucky that Tennessee didn't? Because as the game went along, obviously Iowa State dominated down the stretch. But I'm going to wrap up on that one, guys. I really appreciate all of you in here tonight. Appreciate the super chats. We're rolling on next week. I'm totally good. I hope Florida takes an L too. I picked them to win the championship reluctantly. Not really wanted to, but I kind of felt like the stretch they got on was a team that looked like they could repeat again. I definitely don't want to see Florida go win the championship again. I wanted Kentucky again in the Sweet 16, but I'm never upset when Kentucky loses. But a great night for Tennessee basketball. Tennessee baseball Wednesday. Yeah, I know Lady Vols softball lost today. That stinks, but let's see where we're at here. Yep, good comment. Let's see what Tennessee, USC upstate Tuesday baseball. Yeah, I need to hit that. I hope to. I'm not going to promise it, but just a lot of fluctuation going on it along the way. But definitely hope to hit that. That will be a fun game. Definitely a good day to be a Tennessee Vol. There's no doubt about it. It's always a great day when we win, especially a great day when we're moving on to the Sweet 16. This team, it doesn't matter what you do during the season. It's when you peak the most. I think this team's got at least one more win in them. I think they've got one more at least on it. Maybe they see Michigan again after they beat Iowa State next week. And I'm telling you right now, they're beating Iowa State next week. And then we're moving on it for our chance to win, to get to our first Final Four. You guys rule. Thank you for tuning in. This is Frank. This is the House of Orange. And I will see you when I see you.